All right, in this last video, we're going to be looking at how to find the volume of a sphere. And just like the just like the surface area of a sphere, this is the simplest formula. So, volume of a sphere, just like with surface area, we only need the radius. So we only need the radius of the sphere. And here's the formula. The volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi times radius cubed. So if we have our radius, in this case it's 3, we can plug that into our equation. So 4/3 times 3.14 times 3 cubed. And all you have to do from there is to plug in those numbers to our calculator. And we should get approximately 113.04 yards cubed. Let's do another one. I know that was pretty quick. Let's go through another one. On example 15, volume equals 4/3 pi radius cubed. On this example, it gives us the diameter and not the radius. So we need to find our radius by dividing the diameter in half. So half of 22 is 11. So we have our radius. So our volume is 4/3 times 3.14 times 11 cubed, which gives us 5,572.45 yards cubed. Now I'd like you to try 16 on your own and then check it once you have your answer. All right, our radius is 10.2. So our volume being 4/3 pi radius cubed is simply 4/3 times 3.14 times 10.2 cubed. When we put that in our calculator, we get 4,442.92 kilometers cubed. Now, here's a little bit of a challenge for us. We're going to find the volume of the Earth. Now, the Earth is roughly a sphere. It's not exactly a sphere. It's a little bit squished top to bottom, so it's a little bit wider than it is tall, but it's roughly a sphere. And we're going to use the formula for volume of a sphere to find the volume of the Earth. Now, we already found the radius of the Earth from our circumference a few lessons ago when we did surface area. And we found that the radius was roughly 3,963 miles. Not exactly, that's rounded, but that's roughly our radius. Using our volume of our Earth formula, volume of a sphere formula, 4/3 times pi radius cubed. That equals 4/3 times pi. And I'm going to use the pi button on my calculator just to be a little bit more precise since we're dealing with big numbers. 4/3 times pi times 3,963 cubed. When you put that into your calculator, you get a really big number. And here it is. Volume is 260 billion, 711,883,000 cubic miles, which is a big number. It's a big number. Now we can look up the actual volume of the Earth. that's been calculated using a little bit more precise methods by some scientists. And I found that the actual surface area is roughly, the actual volume is roughly 259,875,159,532 cubic miles. So that looks like it's a decent chunk off, but if you subtract these numbers and take a percentage of the difference, we're actually only about 0.3% off from our estimate. And I would say that using just the formula for a sphere being only 0.3% off, like that's by this much. 0.3. That's pretty good. So I'm happy with that. Found the volume of the Earth. Just a fun little exercise to work with spheres a little bit. That's our lesson. Go ahead and work on your assignment.